Playing all the Need for Speeds, watching the Fast and Furious movies as a kid, really seeing a new perspective on cars. Because as a child, majority of the cars you see are not modified; they're just regular stock cars that are driving around. And then you get introduced to this movie called Fast and Furious. Like, wow, all these cars are different. They look different. They feel different. In my eyes, they feel different. They sound different. And what is this? Like, what is this? So then I started playing all the Need for Speed games, and that's when I really got to have my hands-on experience in modifying my own cars. What is a body kit? What are wheels? What is exhaust sounds? What are these colors that you can do these cars? And that was my introduction of me getting to cars. Then when I went to high school, all that went away. I didn't really care much about cars at that time because I was playing basketball, and I was like, yeah, that's not for me. But then I graduated from high school, and that's when my love of cars came back into my life. Don't know why it came back into my life. Purchased this car in 2017 in December. And when I purchased this car, I always had the thought pattern of me modifying this car, but I wanted to do something different. I want to see my journey. And at the same time, I started doing a YouTube channel known as Month Legit. So when I first got into cars, I didn't know nothing about cars. I didn't know how to change tires, change oil. So luckily my dad was here to teach me all these things. It's like basically going to college with him. I really learned a lot. He taught me everything when it comes to cars. He gave me the confidence to really go out there and build the cars I want to build. And it was just a very blessing to have a dad who's there, takes the time out in his day to really focus on your dreams. You got ideas and I don't know if somebody's gonna help me, but my dad was there. So the first thing I started doing when I got this car was stickers, windshield stickers, banners, and all type of things. Just get my feel of, I want to modify this car, just like any person can get a car, you want to do the most simplest things you possibly can do. And then a year went by. That's when I started really looking into suspension, and I picked up my first set of coilovers, and that was when I really stepped my foot into the new world of modification. And I couldn't believe that I was going to do it. I was so excited. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I bought the coilovers online. It's Rev 9 coilover, something off of Amazon. Waited the whole day till my dad get home so we could start working on the car. So when I put the coilovers on there, it was like a snowball effect. Like it just kept on going and kept on going. I couldn't stop. So after coilovers, I worked on the headlights. I got new headlights for the car, and then I started doing body kit, like the side skirts or front lip. Then I had to go take the car to get painted because the car started having problems, like paint problems, like the clear coat was showing, looking like clouds on the car. It was a rough time because as a car person, you want to modify your car, but the biggest thing of your car is wrong is the paint. And every time you can clean your car, wash it, do all this stuff to it, put all these mods on it, by the end of the day, your car is still ugly to your eyes because you have one of the biggest problems is a clear coat issue. So when I got that taken care of, I feel like there was a huge burden off my shoulders. I couldn't believe that I finally got the car where I wanted to be. And then I purchased some wheels. And around that time, I was really seeing my channel start having a little effect. People was giving me really great responses online, really loving the car I was doing to it. The only downfall about this car I did not like, it was an automatic. When I first purchased this car, I really wanted a manual at the time, but I had to get what I had to get. And I said, no matter what, I'm going to modify this car. And it was the best time of my life. because I got to really learn trials and tribulations of building something from stock into something that you say, wow, that looks good. Just sacrificing all my Saturdays, every Saturday I can get, sacrificing every little bit extra money I got in my bank account, it went towards the car, and I didn't care what happened. I just wanted to build the best car I could possibly build in my eyes at the time. Doing YouTube, trying to figure out what can I do next. It was always fun. Every time I worked on the car, what can I do next? What can I do next? And then 2020 happened, and everybody know what happens. The world was shut down. So all thing I could do was sit back and work on my car every Saturday or every day I had off from my job. So I'm up there painting brake calipers. I'm painting the interior carpet. I'm painting the cowl. I'm doing all type of new things. Basically now I'm just putting my own touch. I'm doing fog lights to the car. It was very amazing for me to see something that was stock, what I purchased from a dealership, and fast forward 3 years later, it's a totally complete different car. I love this car. This car will always be in the family. I think this car will never go anywhere. Hopefully it don't. But I just really love the time that I had with this car, building this car day in and day out, understanding what would happen if I did this modification, what would happen if I did this modification. It was just really a trials and tribulations, and really having a dad there, really teaching me the things that I didn't know nothing about, really telling me the ins and outs of everything, really made me very appreciative of a dad who also was into cars, because come to find out, he had RX-7, he had Camaro, he had all type of cool cars that I'm like, wow, that's where it comes from. That's where the roots, that's where it all started. So it's just feel like it's really full circle for me now to really work on a car with him. And this what I purchased, but what he helped me out with a lot of days, and I really appreciate him for that. I can't really think of much without him. It won't be no Month Legit. It won't be me telling my story how this 2009 Honda Civic came to life and how I made a stock car. You know, people on the internet loved it so much, wanted to do the same body style, the same look. And I really feel really appreciative for me taking my time and really understanding the importance of patience. One thing, me building a car, modifying a car, is having patience, because a lot of times you don't know what is next. You want to get to the end result so bad, the end goal so bad, but you have to be patient. You're like, I can't spend that much money now. I got to save for this. So yeah, building this car, I really loved it so much. Once I got through all the modifications that I want to do on the car, I really just was amazed and happy that I really stuck to something. And really me personally having a YouTube channel for that period of time, sticking to it and not giving up. And once 2020 happened, that's when my channel really went to another level. I believe I gained over 1,000 subscribers in a year. That might not sound a lot to some people, but to me that was a lot, because I got to see a growth that I never seen before on this channel. Me work on this car, doing new things, maintenance, getting it tinted, taking it to car meets, and it was just really fun time for me, working on it each and every day, and really take it out into the world and let them see it, like, oh, that's nice, what you use and how you do this. So I mean, this Civic will always be here. I always have a special place in my heart, because I know where I was at when I was working on the Civic. Like, I was right here in the same exact spot every day, just trying to figure it out, like, what is next for the car. Then after 2020, I decided to get this car away, but I was thinking about trading this car in, because I wanted to get another car in mind, because this car was lacking what I always wanted, was a manual. I always wanted to drive a manual car, and I told myself I'm going to drive a manual car. And I was thinking about trading this car in, but my dad stopped me, said, no, you put too much time in this car, you put too much money, you don't need to trade this car. I'm gonna take this car from you. I'm gonna take over it, and you can go get your car that you wanted. So that was really a blessing that my dad did that. So every day I sit and think about what is next for this car. What is, I would love to have this car back and just give it a new light, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this car deserves way more attention, and it deserves everything, because this is my car, you know what I'm saying? I learned everything from changing oil, changing the starter, changing brakes from this car right here. They gave me the confidence to go out there and work on another car of mine that you guys have seen on the channel. But yeah, I just love every day. Everything I did with this car, I won't trade it for the world. If you out there trying to build a car and don't know what to do, like you're scared or you just holding back, just go do it. Jump into it. I mean, it's the best thing ever. Once you get your foot inside the door, that's when everything opens up for you, because you know it's always more opportunities out there. You find people, you bump into people, you talk to people, especially like the internet. Like I never thought the internet will give me so much love for something I modified at my parents' house. Never thought they would be like, wow, that's nice, that's really creative. But I just got a new sense of motivation when it comes to working on cars, especially Civics. I love Civics. My whole family had Civics growing up, and I just feel like a Civic was the perfect car for me to have on this channel to build, and it's here and people get to see the end result and the final product, and I just love it. I just hopefully this car always stays around. Yeah, I'm glad that my dad did not do no changes to this car since he took over it. The fitment still the same. I still got the legit sticker. So there's a lot of things that I really love that I'm like that he really kept. He didn't really do a lot of changes. I put so much time and effort to something, and I would really be sad if I just seen a whole different complete change, and then it'll really break my heart. But I mean, it's up to him what he can do with it. So yeah, I really just love everything that's about this car. One thing about Honda Civics is always we get them so much hate in the community, but I don't know why. But I said, if you ever get a Honda, just do your research. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cool parts out there to make your Honda sound really efficient and really sound good and really look good. Just take your time and be patient and do your homework, because you will have the best experience ever when working on these cars, and you will learn so much. And that's why I learned so much. And I just want to let you guys know that just keep going and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You out there working on a car right now, just stick with it. It's going to be hard, but learning experiences is the best teacher ever. So yeah, this is my 2009 Honda Civic, and this is my story.